Hello, do you like farming similar to 25 maps with dark nights, irregular fields, mountains, snow, and it's available for all platforms? I'm Farmer Teacher. Stick around. We're going to take a look at this map. It's wonderful. Okay, you're going to start here. Welcome to Hickory Brook Farm. That's the name of your farm, I guess, but this is the beginning of your driveway off this main road right here. Let me just run over here real quick because I could show you one of your fields. Okay, you have some sheep and goats to tend to, so you have about 5 acres of alfalfa to get you started here, and it's ready to harvest. So you can get hot on that. You have a water source here that you can go fishing in, or you can use water for a greenhouse or whatever you need, which is kind of cool. And it has a boat. Now the boat can't be sold, and if you're playing multiplayer, the other guys can't use it. And this pond here is kind of small, so you're not doing a whole lot with it, but you could go on it and go fishing. But I come down here and go fishing, with or without the boat. Okay, your truck, you got the standard international pickup truck. I like this thing, but let me show you your house. Your house is beautiful, and you can go inside. I love the houses that you can go inside. Look at this. This is wonderful. You got a patio out back overlooking your pond there. Nice kitchen. Look at that. This is just cool. You got a bedroom here for my 10-year-old. Your bathroom's in there, and it's very nice, including a towel hanging up. Nice touch. And you come in here. This is the master bedroom where you're going to come to hit the sleep button. It's just cool. Cool house. Nice place. I love the houses. You can go inside. You got some wide open spaces here. This is based in the Smoky Mountains, and it's just a beautifully done map. Okay, it's very pretty. You got a large international truck here, the 350 horsepower deal there. And you have a couple of cotton fields. So because of that, you have a cotton harvester, which is cool that you start out with that. You start out with a lot of equipment. And you got the K7160, which is a pretty decent, middle-of-the-road harvester for your wheat products. And you need those because you have some chickens. Lots of potential to have lots of chickens. Okay, you got the Fiat 180 TAC 90 DT. It has 180 horsepower. It's already been maxed out. It has a quickie or a Hauer front end loader on the front with a bucket. Over here, you got a very nice Case Magnum 400 power drive with 435 horsepower. It's been maxed out already. You got a couple of lawnmower pieces of gear here so you can cut your alfalfa. And you have a round baler. And over here you have a tedder so you can make hay from the alfalfa. There are some custom crops here on the map. In fact, before I get too far, okay, what they are is alfalfa, clover, flowering catch crop, green rye, spelt, silage maize, triticale, vex rye, winter wheat, and winter barley. So that's pretty cool, Okay, coming out here, you got your fuel tank. It holds 15,000 liters. There's no fuel in it, but you can click right here with the left joystick, press in on that, and you can add fuel there easy enough. You got a flatbed trailer for transporting some of your equipment, and you have this deal that goes on the back of your semi. This is for hauling large cotton bales that your cotton harvester is going to make. Okay, you have a very nice Oxbow windrower. Like I say, you come with some pretty good equipment here to start. You've got a forage wagon, pretty decent size. You need 130 horsepower for that. And you got a round bale collector. You've got an auger wagon. You can put that at the edge of your field. Over here, you have a sprayer that you pull behind your tractor, and you have a fertilizer/lime spreader. You have a 5.4 million liter capacity silo here. And it does come with a dryer, but I did not find a propane source. So if you find one, if you know where one is on this map, let me know down in the comments. The basic Transtar 400 horsepower semi here, and it is hooked to the crampy trailer. I like this trailer, but this is a little bit weak. If you load this thing up and it's mountainous here, this is a little weak. So something you might want to upgrade to at least 500 horsepower to make it through these hills here. All right, let's come over this way. You got some pretty good storage here. Okay, we looked at this as a storage building, but on this end is also a workshop. So anything that's inside this whole building, you can do maintenance on it by coming here. That's pretty cool. If it's inside the building, it can be worked on. That's very, very flexible. So anything in there can be worked on. You got a nice shed here to park some equipment under. You got another nice building shed here with a door. Over here, you got a seed tank that goes on the back of your planter here. You have a forklift, which is pretty cool. Over here, you got a shallow cultivator, but you need 190 horsepower for that. So you have to use your large tractor. And same thing with this, you have a mulcher, but you need 270 horsepower for that. So that's another large tractor task there. And over here you got a seeder and you need 270 horsepower for that also. However, your little planter, you need 150. You could do that with either tractor. Okay, coming on around this way, you got a couple of animal pens. This one is sheep, and you got the potential here to be pretty large. It comes with 65 sheep. And for the standard pen, that's the capacity already. But it holds 351, so they're going to multiply. Now, it gets a challenge to keep them fed at that size, so you got to get a little creative with that. Maybe stack some bells in there or whatever. Well, let me show you something else on the animals, too, because we got some chickens over there. We got some goats. The food for the animals is a little bit custom. So for your chickens, you can put in wheat and barley, and or sorghum. That's your base food at 70%. And for some reason, when I play this, I got 69%. It says 70. And then the 25% there for grain, that is corn. So if you put corn in there, you can get the 70% plus 25%. You're going to be about 95%. And if you want to get 100, you got to throw in some root crops. Down here, you got another sheep pen. This one has goats in it. It holds 94, and you have 35 goats in there right now. So those will reproduce, and it makes some more goats. Over here you have some horses. You have a pen that holds 16 horses, and you have 2. And then you have a couple of custom sheep pens. Now the sheep pen, you have 82 chickens here. It holds 1,011. This one has 76 chickens, and it holds 1,072. But over here you have a wheat field. It's relatively small, but you got a little bit of room to expand it. It's 2.87 acres of wheat. It's ready to harvest, and this is winter wheat, but you can go ahead and harvest and start feeding your chickens. Your sheep have the pasture right now to get them running. Your chickens do not, so you want to do that first to get the feed in there for your chickens. You got 2 cotton fields here. They're pretty good size. This was about 10.5 acres, and this is 11 acres. Okay, if you come on down this way, this is your other field here. It has sorghum in it, so something else you could feed your chickens. So this is about 4.78 acres of sorghum that you can harvest there and get going. Let me show you on the map. Okay, this is your farm area right here. You own all of this. Okay, this is your water, your boat, your alfalfa, your sorghum, your winter wheat, and your 2 cotton fields. Okay, and there's some other fields you can purchase. This one is $209,000. You do have quite a bit of purchasing capacity. This one's $1 million, so that gives you kind of a range there. You have some property up here that you can get that's just open land, like this. We'll do a flyby here in a minute, and you can see some of these. There's 7 farms on the map that you could purchase. There's 47 fields you can purchase. Okay, a lot of your points of sale are concentrated over here, as well as some houses. This is like the little town area. And then your shop is down in this corner. So it's quite a ways from your farm, especially in the wintertime. You got a lot of forestry up here if you want to do forestry. Let's take a look at the productions on the map. Okay, you have a bakery, a second bakery, a carpentry, a dairy, a grain mill, greenhouse with canned goods. Okay, that's interesting. You can purchase that. It can spit out quite a bit of money. Oil mill, paper factory, piano factory, sawmill, spinnery, and a tailor shop. Okay, and you don't start with any productions right now. Okay, there is a custom growth calendar. So if you look at the growth menu here, it's a little different than standard. So just be sure you check that. Don't just assume. The custom weather is on this map, so that's kind of interesting. It has more tornadoes and some snow. They did some updates to it when this first came out. It hadn't been out long, but it had some glitches in it. I was looking at it, and he has since come out and done 4 updates. And this map is pretty good to go right now. Okay, we're over your alfalfa field there. You're about 5 acres of alfalfa. You can see your little boat there, and there's an aerial shot of your farm. It's laid out nice. I love your house. You got some good storage there between the sheds and the 2 buildings. You've got animal pens. I mean, it has a lot in here already, ready to go. You have your cotton harvester. You get everything you need to get rolling here. And there you go. Here's your 2 cotton fields, and there's your sorghum field over here. All the fields are irregularly shaped, and there's a lot of gently rolling hills, including some steeper mountains. This is near and dear to my heart because I live not too far from the Smoky Mountains. I go up there quite a bit, and I like this. Okay, there's Noah and your sawmill right here. Like I said, it is a Smoky Mountain, so there are some mountains here. Look at this. That's cool. Okay, on the east end of your cotton fields, there's another farm you could purchase if you wanted to. Now, this one is $412,000, includes that 1 field, and the field is 6.27 acres. But the farm there is nice. And like I say, there's 7 farms you can purchase. Some have animals in them already and some don't. Okay, here's another little area you can purchase. Not a whole lot to it, but hey, if you're doing a start from scratch, that one's only $79,000. So, and you get this little strip of land there, that one little skinny field right here with hardly anything in it, and you get the house and a garage, and that's it. Okay, here's another farm over here. It's bigger than some, has a nice house, comes with some barns, storage shed, and horses. Okay, you can see the horse barn there. By the way, the name of the map is Smoky Mountain Farming. Smoky Mountain Farming. Like I say, I've been to the Smoky Mountains. I go there quite a bit, actually, and I love the Smoky Mountains. Okay, here's another farm you can purchase. This one has cows in it, okay, already. And this one is $700,000, but it includes the area where your cows are. So you get quite a few cows there and a nice house. Okay, well, this is the greenhouse with a cannery, and it comes with a water source, and it costs only $41,000. So you could purchase that. Heck, just the greenhouse is $36,000. You get the land, the water source, the greenhouse, and the cannery for $41,000. That's a bargain. That'll get you some money rolling in here pretty quick on your farm. So that's not a bad thing to be doing right there. Here's the animal dealer. Very, very spread out, very large, has a nice look to it. Okay, coming over here, you got the dairy, the grain mill, the warehouse, and that's one of your bakeries right there. And the map's kind of cool. It ends right past this tunnel, but it looks like it continues. Look at that. See how they did that? It's very nice. Gives you a nice visual appeal instead of it just dropping off there. You have a point of sale over here. You got some homes over here. You can purchase these, but the sleep buttons didn't work. There is a mod you can put there, that little sleep trigger, to make it work. If we're getting into your little town area, you got the spinnery there, the grocery store, you have the cafe over there, the farmer's market. Over here you got hardware store. You have a bank right here. You got the fire department there. I'm sorry, this is your spinnery. The other one was a tailor shop. Okay, so the spinnery's over here, tailor shop's over there. And you got a bank here and your other bakery. And then here's your fuel station here. And then you come down here and you're down here to the workshop. So you got your workshop here and the shop to purchase your equipment there is going to spawn right there. Beautiful map. Beautiful maps. Fun to play on. Okay, here's another water source down here. You can come over here and go fishing. It doesn't belong to you, but certainly you can purchase that. Another cow farm over here with a water source. So the map has a lot of potential. There's a lot of things you can do, a lot of ways you can play it. Here's another little small farm here with a little silo. That one's $500,000. All right, so that's pretty much the map. Share this with your farming buddies. I'm Farmer Teacher. I enjoyed playing this. They did a great job. It's very picturesque. Has a lot of positive points here. But let me know if you find a place for propane. I'll see you on the next go-round. Bye-bye.